For we are to God the fragrance of Christ. 2 Corinthians 2 verse 15. Welcome to my channel. My name is Tope and this is Top Notes by Tope. If it's the first time you're coming across this channel or this video, we do fragrance related content on this channel, and I'll be elated if you will subscribe to my channel. For my returning subscribers, thank you. I do not take you for granted. And returning viewers, why don't you click and be part of the family by clicking the subscribe button, because I would love to have you in the family. Today in the video, I'm doing a comparison of two fragrances from Lattafa, which is the Oud Mood and then the Sheikh Al Shuyukh. I think so. I know I'm butchering that name. So from this point onwards, I'm going to call it SAS. So if you're interested in knowing my opinion about these two fragrances, without much ado, let's get into the video. Hello, welcome back. So as always, because this is a review, I have my notebook here and I have the notes of the fragrances on there. And so I'm going to start with Oud Mood. This is what it looks like. So as you can see, I've gone into my Oud Mood a bit. I have used it quite a bit. Yes, because it's I was looking if I was mic'd. Okay, so I'm mic'd. So I've used my Oud Mood a bit, as you can see here. So let's go into the notes. So Oud Mood has rose, saffron and pimento at the top. It has oud, caramel, patchouli and floral notes at the mid, and then in the base it has amber, it has some raisins, woody notes, incense and musk. So I'm going to spritz it because it's so beautiful. So it's very sweet on the top. Honestly, I don't get the saffron a lot on this, but on the top I get the oud and then the pimento mixed to it, and then caramel that makes it very sweet. And later on, like, the incense begins to shine through it. You smell the incense a bit, and then it becomes this beautiful, the rose comes out just after the incense. So you get more of the oud, the pimento, the rose, the incense and the oud. Very beautiful. It reminds me of Lancome's Oud Bouquet, I must say, maybe because of the rose and the oud. And then it also reminds me of Bourdieu's Oud Ward, which is oud, rose and patchouli. And remember that these three notes that I've mentioned are also here. So it reminds me of these two fragrances, but more of Oud Mood, because the incensiness here gives it, and then the woody note here gives it a bit of smokiness that reminds me of Oud Mood. So that is it. And so let me go on SAS, which is the Sheikh Al Shuyukh Luxe edition. This is how it looks like. Sheikh Al Shuyukh Luxe edition. It's a very luxurious bottle with like a gold, this plastic, but it has Lattafa at the top. It's very pretty. So let me spread that here. For notes, this one has top notes of rose, cinnamon and saffron. It has mid notes of caramel and patchouli. It has base notes of vanilla, amber and ambroxan. So you can see that even at the top they have rose and saffron in common. Just the difference that Oud Mood has pimento and then SAS has cinnamon. This is a beautiful, I get a bit of the cinnamon and the saffron here, so there's a bit of spiciness, but it gets very sweet very quick. So it gets sweet, spicy, very resinous, very deep. So I don't know, there's no oud here, but for some reason there's some smokiness in it, maybe from the woody notes here. It's very nice. It's very, the bitterness or slight medicinal nature of it comes from the ambroxan that is there, makes it very beautiful. On my skin, I can almost smell something like leather, but this is very sweet, super sweet. So the difference between this and this is that this is sweet, spicy, and a bit woody, resinous fragrance. This, on the other hand, is woody, rose, vanilla kind of fragrance. The vanilla nature of this fragrance comes from the caramel, because there are no vanilla notes in Oud Mood, but the caramel gives it this vanilla resinous nature, and then it smells very Middle Eastern because of the oud and the incense. I said the Arabian incense, the incense that is there. But here, it's a sweet rose saffron spicy fragrance. In fact, it's very sweet. So I would say that if you are one that doesn't like oud, you can use this as a replacement for a rose oud kind of fragrance, because the way this fragrance is made, there's a slight tint of something that smells like oud, but there's no oud there, or maybe it's not mentioned, but I get some slight oud that is not pungent. So if you're one that likes the rose and oud combination, but you can't tolerate oud, so you haven't been able to make the purchase of an oud and rose fragrance, I would recommend this one for you, which is the Sheikh Al Shuyukh for you. But if you're one that loves oud and rose and you don't mind oud and incense, then Oud Mood is for you. So like, these two are for different occasions. Also, I would say that this is very sweet. So if you're one that doesn't like sweet fragrances, I wouldn't recommend this one for you because it is very sweet, and sometimes it can get slightly cloying because it's quite sweet. So if you're one that can't tolerate sweet fragrances, I won't recommend this for you. This, on the other hand, the sweetness is balanced, so I think you can get away with this one. And this, yeah, the floral, the rose comes in a bit even more at the dry down. I don't know how that is possible, especially when the rose is at the top, but at the dry down you get more of the rose here. This is a very nice, inexpensive, and it's super long lasting. This does a good 8 to 10 hours, with the first 4 hours being active. You know, it projects actively for like 2 hours. And then after 2 hours, I mean, it still projects, but not as active as the first 2 hours. So you get 4 hours or 2 hours of active projection, 2 hours of good projection. And then after that mark, it kind of is a skin scent, but it's not skin scent. It still stays like an arm length from you. On your clothes, this one can go up to maybe 14 hours. Honestly, it lasts so long on the skin and on clothes. It equally lasts long on skin. It has a good sillage, because when you spray this in the first 4 hours, yes, definitely people would know you were in a room or you left a room, because it has a great sillage. It's a good, I won't say that it's one of Lattafa's best sellers. I was speaking to the company, someone from the company that represents Lattafa here in Africa, predominantly Nigeria, and he was saying that Oud Mood and Ragba, they go off the shelf so far. So I think it's one of the best sellers in this country, and I would understand why, for its performance, its price point, and also just the smell. It's a good fragrance. I think it's an inexpensive beginner oud fragrance, and that is that for Oud Mood. This, on the other hand, doesn't have oud listed, but it has some mild oud that is non-offensive. So if you're a beginner or someone that doesn't really like oud, I find that this is going to be a great alternative for you. But the downside is that this is sweet. It's quite sweet, and because it's sweet, I don't think everybody would like it. And this one this I would say is a unisex fragrance, male and female. But this, because of how sweet this Sheikh Al Shuyukh is, I'm going to say that this leans more feminine. Though I don't like, if they're male that like sweet fragrances. So yes, if you're male and you like sweet fragrances, go for it. This is one that I would definitely recommend for you. But if you're a male that is not a fan of sweet fragrances, then I don't think this is. It's definitely unisex. I would say that it's 56% feminine with 44% masculine. That's how I look at it. So that is my verdict of these two. So let me know. Okay, I didn't speak of longevity. So I think this two lasts long, but it projects for the first 2 hours actively. After that, it becomes more of a skin scent. It stays closer to the skin, but not intimate like, you know, skin sense. It's still close to the skin, but if somebody comes into your personal space, they definitely will smell it. And for longevity, I get a good 6 hours to 7 hours on my skin, and then on my clothes I get anywhere between 8 to 10 hours with this one. So this one, 2 years, is a beast, but it's not as beastly as this one on my skin. It's honestly, for its price, is a great fragrance. It lasts long, it smells good. Like I said, it gives you this rich Arabian anti-vibes, rich Middle Eastern anti-vibes. So I like it. It's very nice. You smell like a rich Middle Eastern prince or princess when you use this. It's really nice, and it's also comforting. One thing I'll say is that it's not a fragrance that I'll recommend for hot weather. It gets sticky because it's sweet. It gets cloying because it's sweet. So it's very good for cool weather. It's very good for night use. This, I would say. But Oud Mood, on the other hand, it's all year round for me, in my opinion, because it's not too sweet. It doesn't get sticky. It doesn't get cloying. So yes, that is my verdict of these two. If you had any use of these two fragrances, please comment down below. Tell me what your opinions are and tell me which you prefer. I actually like the two of them. I use the two of them for different fragrance situations. I feel like this, you can't replace one for the other. And if you really like fragrance, I think you should have the two. But depending on the verdict that I've given and the descriptions that I've given, you can have one for one situation and another for another situation. So don't forget to like this video if you enjoyed it. Also share it because it helps the channel. And if you are not subscribed to this point, don't forget to click the subscribe button. Also, the giveaway that we had going, the winner is Ere Masole, and he is already been contacted in his Instagram, and his I'm sure by the time this video airs, his fragrance has already been sent to him. I'm going to do another giveaway, and I'm thinking that for this giveaway, I'm going to give away a bottle of this fragrance, which is the Sheikh Al Shuyukh. So if you're watching this from Nigeria, and you're interested in winning 100 ml of this fragrance, don't forget to comment in the comment section. Let me know why you should be given this fragrance. Also, don't forget to follow me on Instagram, which is at Top Notes by T. And there in the Instagram, under the post of this video, I want you to also tag 3 people that are not already following my page. And that is how you enter the competition. So I'll see you in my next video. And as always, stay safe and stay centered. Bye.